morning. My dear students, today we are here for mathematics session and we will solve some important question that is related to menstruation topic. In the examination, we will have two questions. One question that is for mark 4 and the next question is for 5. So today here some important question that is related and that is very important in the final examination view. So one question that belongs to 13 and the next question that belongs to 22 we will solve here, and then as far as possible I will try to make you clear on this topic, please. So just you pay special attention on this topic, please. Yeah, let us read the question first. Attained in the form of right circular cylinder of height 3 meters surmounted by a cone of slant height 8 meter. If the diameter of the common base is 14 meter, find the quantity of canvas. Find the quantity of canvas required to form the tent. Okay, first let's prepare the picture. Let's prepare the figure first. Attained in the form of right circular cylinder. Right circular cylinder means let's draw a cylinder that is surmounted by a cone. Surmounted by a cone means a cone is placed just above the cylinder here. Let's see, this is cone, and this is cylinder. Yes, the cone has been placed just above the cylinder. The cone has been placed just above the cylinder, and when these two figures are combined, when these two objects are combined, we will get this combined structure. They will have common base. This is common base. We know very well it is circular in shape. So we have common base for both of them. Yes, attained in the form of right circular cylinder of height 3 meters surmounted by a cone means the cone has been placed just above the cylinder, and in this case they will have common base. It is said that the slant height is 8 meter. Slant height means this height. This is 8 meter. We can draw here also 8 meter. Slant height is 8 meter and the height of cylinder is 3 meter. This is 3 meter. Well, if the diameter of the common base means we have common base this one. We know very well this is diameter, that diameter is 8 meter. Diameter is 8 meter. Find the quantity of canvas. Means we will have to find the area of canvas. We will have to find the total area of canvas that has been used to prepare this tent. So when we talk about tent, you should be clear about it. This we don't need to use canvas here. We don't need to use canvas here. We don't need to use canvas over here because this is tent. In case of tent, we don't need to include the area of these two circular bases. Just you will have to find the surface area, I mean to say total surface area of this combined figure you need to find. Simply you need to understand the concept that when we prepare this kind of tent by using canvas, if you want to find the total quantity of canvas that has been used to prepare this tent, just be clear that we need to find the total surface area. In case of total surface area, or when we find total surface area for the tent, you should be sure that we don't need to include area of this circular place, and we don't need to find area of this circle also. So simply you will have to find the total surface area of this combined figure only. This is the master concept for you. Okay, so here first of all you need to write the given fact here. As according to the questions, we will have to write the fact what is given for you. The question has given you that height of cylinder. Height of cylinder, that is S, denoted by S, it is 3 meter. And slant height of the cylinder, that is denoted by L, it is 8 meter. You should know some of the mathematical terminology. What does slant height represent for? Slant height represent for the length from apex to the base. This is called slant height. And if you draw height from apex to the base, the vertical height is called height of the cone. But this time slant height is 8 meter and height of the base is, height of the cylinder is 8 meter. Similarly, the question has mentioned here the diameter is 8 meter. So you have to write the same thing here also, diameter. Base, that is denoted by D, is equal to 8 meter. And therefore we can write R represent for radius. This is half of the diameter, then 8 meter over 2 is equal to 4 meter. Well, so I have already said you that you will have to find the total surface area of this figure. So for what? You have to find surface area of this cone. Let it be represented by SA1 of LSA1. LSA means lateral surface area of the cone you will have to find. And again LSA2, curved surface area, we can say like this also, curved surface area or lateral surface area of the cylinder you will have to find. You should know, you should remember the formula. Could you tell me what is the formula to find the curved surface area of the cone? Okay, please see here now, please. Now in the second step, let's write CURV, the curved surface area of cone. That is denoted by CSA1. Okay, my dear students, please, you need to remember the formula first. So please, could you tell me what is the formula for curved surface area of the cone? Anybody is there to answer my question, please? So here you should be clear. Yes, you are right here. Curved surface area of the cone is pi RL. Well, R represent for radius, L represent for slanting length, and pi is a mathematical constant. I think here in the question you are given radius and as well as slant height both. So let's place the value of all. So this is 22/7 into R. That is here we have got what is the radius here, 4 meter, and slant, that is 8 meter. Yes, please. You can use calculator to calculate. So you will get here 100.57 meters square. This is curved surface area of the cone separately. Again, you will have to find curved surface area of the cylinder. Curved surface area, when we find curved surface area, it doesn't include two bases. I have already said you that, please. So you will have to find curved surface area of the cylinder. Please, curved surface area of the cylinder is denoted by CA2, curved surface area 2. So here again we need to mention here again CURV, the curved surface area of cylinder. That is denoted by CSA2. It is denoted by CSA2, please. Could you tell me what is the formula for curved surface area of the cylinder? This is cylinder, so we are going to find curved surface area of the cylinder separately, 2 pi RS. Yes, please, 2 pi R. This is circumference. When the circumference of cylinder is multiplied by its height, you will get curved surface area. So 2 into it is mathematical constant, so we write 22/7, and radius is, we are given here 4, and into its height is 3 meter. Okay, let's calculate, please. What will you get curved surface area of the cylinder again? Well, please, here this is 2 pi RS. This is the formula to find the curved surface area of the cylinder. And then when we calculate this, we will get what? 75.36 meters square. I have already said you that we need to find total surface area. So now we will have to find total surface area. Total surface area, how do you find here? CSA1 plus CSA2. We don't need to include this one. From the beginning I am telling you, because this is, I have already said that this is canvas. So this is tent. In case of tent, when we will have to find total quantity that is required to prepare the tent, we add the curved surface area of these two things, two objects here. Now please, so just we have to add them. 100.57 meters square plus 75.36 meters square. And now you will have to find total surface area. Well, when we add them, we will get what? 175.93 meters square. This is the total area of the canvas that is used to prepare these combined objects. Yes. Then when we find total surface area, the total surface area itself is the area of canvas that is used to prepare these combined objects. And the question is just asking you quantity of canvas required to make the tent. Up to here we have already completed. The next question again remain. We will have to forward some process here again. Find the cost of canvas, means what is the cost? What is the total cost to prepare this tent? It is a question here. Let's read again here. You have to draw your special attention here. You'll have to find at the rate of rupees 200 per meter. Per meter means you'll have to find the length of canvas. How long canvas is used to prepare this one? That you should be clear. If the question is asking you at rupees 200 per square meter, if the question said per square meter, you will have to find the area. But the question is asking you to find the length here. To find the length, because per meter means it costs rupees 200 for 1 meter. That's why we will have to find total length of canvas you will have to find. So for that, some more process you will have to find here, please. I'm going to erase here. Okay, normally we know very well a canvas which is used to prepare, that will be rectangular in shape. This is canvas, you know, and the question has mentioned you here the width of this canvas is 80 centimeter. This is the width of canvas. Width of the canvas, that is, we can say breadth also. So when it is changed into meter, we know 0.8 meter. This is width of the canvas that is used to prepare this tent. But the question has asked you to find the length of canvas. How long canvas is required? For what? You must have area here. The area we have already found here, 175.93 meters square. This is area of the canvas. So here we are very much sure that the canvas is rectangular in shape. We have got breadth of canvas. Width of the canvas means breadth we have got. So just we will have to find length. How long canvas is required? We will have to find just length only. So it is very simple, please. It's very simple. You have to go simply. So please, we should be clear. This is area of, we need to write therefore area of canvas. Area of canvas is 175.93 meters square. Because the total surface area itself is the area of canvas. I have already made it clear. And again, the question has given you width of canvas. Width of canvas, that is 80 centimeter. It means 0.8 meter. Well, now please, we know the formula area of rectangle. Area of rectangle, that is L into B. When the adjacent two dimensions are multiplied, then you will get area. Simply we know L into B, that is the formula. So this time L into B. L into B is the formula to find the area of the canvas. Okay, the question didn't ask you to find the length. But we have been clear according to the question that we will have to use this formula. Well, here just you place the value for this one, 175.93 meters square into L. L means we don't know L, into B means 0.8 meter. Yes, now we can find L. L means here 175.93, that is divided by the inverse of multiplication is division. So we will divide here, and finally you will get length of canvas. You can find length of canvas. You will find, please, here. Please, could you tell me now what will be the value? What will be the value when this is divided by 0.8? Yes, here we have got length of canvas. But the question is not asking you length of canvas only. The question is asking you to find the total cost. What is the total cost required? So, to find the total cost, one more information is given for you again. What is the information given to you? So, the question said that, the question has said you that it costs rupees 200 per meter. Cost of canvas. Rate of canvas, we can say the rate is denoted by C. Rate of denoted by C. C represent for the cost of canvas per meter. Per meter. It means this is the cost of canvas for 1 meter. You can use unitary method also. You can use unitary method also. If not, then you'll have to use this formula to find the total cost. Total cost, that is T is equal to L into C, because it is related to L. It is related to length, so L into C. And if it is related to area, A into C. If it is related to number, N into C. So this time the question has said you that the cost given for you here is per meter. So per meter, so it is related to length. So length is multiplied by its cost. Yeah, we are very much clear here. The length already we have found. The length here, how long we have got here. Yes, 219.91 meter into, it is multiplied by rate, then 200, you will find the total cost. Yes, just you multiply them, you will find the total cost to prepare this canvas. So let's find the product of 219.91 into 200, please. Yes, well, here when we calculate, when we multiply, we have got this answer 43,982 rupees. This is the total cost required to prepare this 10 of the questions. Any question, please? If you have got any question, you can ask me here. This is the process. Less or more similar type of question you will get. Therefore, you should be clear about it here. Again, here we are going to solve next question, that is from mensuration topic again. You can see here is a pyramid. The pyramid has got its base square in shape. Just you study the figure very carefully. Before solving, you need to read the question very carefully. And then here we can break this combined figure so that it makes you very much easier for you to understand better. It is said that you will have to find total surface area. Total surface area of the pyramid you will have to find. And the next thing, you will have to find volume of this pyramid. So you will have to find these two things. So you will have to remember some of the formula related to it. So before solving, then you need to break down this figure. And it makes you easier. I have already said you that. Here it is said that it has got square base. The base is square in shape. Now let's go to base first. And A, B, C, D. This is square base. According to the question has given you that the diagonal BD is 16 root under 2 centimeter. This is the diagonal given for you. With the help of this given fact, what can you find? Then you will have to think first. Here, if the diagonal is given, please could you tell me what is the formula to find a diagonal? What is the formula to find a diagonal of this square? You should be clear. So here, I think, you know, the formula of diagonal you must know, because what is given for you, then on the basis of the same, you will have to go. A root under 2. This is the formula. This is the formula to find a diagonal of square. Yes. This question is combined questions of small parts, and the small parts when sum up you will get combined parts. Therefore, to understand such kinds of question, you must go through simple thing. You must go through simple thing, because we are very much familiar to this figure. We are very much familiar to square. So in case of square, you should be very much clear what is the formula to find a diagonal. D represent for diagonal, and the diagonal you can get from this formula, where A represent for side. A represent for side. And if you don't know this formula, again you are very much familiar to Pythagoras theorem. You are very much familiar to Pythagoras theorem, and the Pythagoras theorem is used in right angled triangle here. So please, I think this is right angled triangle. So this is A unit, A centimeter, and this is also A centimeter. A represent for sides. I have already said you that. If this is 90 degree, then we are very much clear that this is hypotenuse. So BD is hypotenuse. We know very well that this is represent for H and this is P, this is base. So when we use Pythagoras theorem, H square equal to P square plus B square. If you don't remember this formula, you can go through these familiar steps also, this familiar formula. You are very much familiar to Pythagoras theorem. So H, yes, H square equal to, we know that P represent for A, I have already said A plus, this is D, sorry, hypotenuse, diagonal is denoted by hypotenuse. So D square equal to A square and B also A, so A square, then D square equal to 2A square and square root of D is D, D square is D, square root of 2 is root under 2 and square root of A square is A. That means A root under 2 is the formula to find the diagonal of square. Well, in this way also you will have to go ahead. So no need to remember this one. At least if you remember Pythagoras theorem, then it makes you easier to remember this one. But in the examination, to reduce the time consumption, you will have to go through such kinds of formula. For what then you will have to remember. Okay. After this, with the help of this formula, if you have diagonal, you can find side. If you have side, you can find diagonal. Well, then in this figure, though the question has not given you side, though the question has not given you side, you can find side with the help of this formula. This is one thing. And the next thing you are given here, OP. P is apex. When we draw perpendicular from apex on base, yes, this is the perpendicular is H, means height of pyramid. So OP means this is the height of total pyramid. So we are given height also. After this, after understanding in this way, now we have to proceed, we have to go to solve this problem. First of all, you need to write the fact what is given for you. Here you are given here HEIZ, the height of pyramid. Height of pyramid, that is denoted by H. I have already said you that this is given 6 centimeter because the question has said it is OP. And again diagonal, DIAGONL, diagonal of base, that is denoted by D. Yes, it is 16 root under 2 centimeter. Now yes, with the help of these two things, what is given by the question, you can find the volume. Okay, again I would like to make you sure that the simple concept you have to keep always in your mind. How do you find volume of pyramid? Yes, to find the volume of pyramid, you should remember that to find the volume of cuboid, yes, we know very simple that area of base is multiplied by its height. And then if you write just before 1 by 3, yes, this is the formula to find the volume of pyramid. Yes, this time this is pyramid. So first of all you have to remember this formula, and after this just you multiply this one by 1 by 3, then you will get volume of pyramid. So directly we can find volume of pyramid. Volume of the given pyramid, then that is equal to 1 by 3 A into S. Yes, 1 by 3 into A. A mean what type of base we have there. A represent for area of the base. A represent for area of base. But the base is square in shape. The base is square in shape. In case of square, what is given for you? Diagonal is given for you. Yes, this is square. This is square. So diagonal is given for you. Can we find area of this square with the help of diagonal or not? Yeah, this is little bit tough question because this is combined question. I have already said you that for what you have to remember many more formulas. So you should be very much clear, confidence about the formula. Yes, this time we know that area of square is equal to A square. This is also area of square. This is also formula to find area of square. And again please, you have another formula 1 by 2 diagonal square. Yes, In this way, if you remember this formula, you can make it short also. And if you don't remember this formula, if you remember this formula only, some more process we have to show over there. It will be very much time taking. Therefore, you should be very much clear about the formula and the application of formula. You should know this time A represent for area of base. Area of base, we have already said that the base is square in shape. So for A, we write half D square into H. Well, 1 by 3 into 1 by 2. You write as it is. D represent for D mean here 16 root under 2. That is BD. So you write here 16 root under 2 into height. Height is OP, that is 6 centimeter. Then total area, total volume you can find here. Volume is, we write here centimeter cube. The unit also, you need to be careful about unit. Volume is always measured like this, so it's cm cube. You have to remember here 3 1s are 3, 3 2s are 2 1s are 2, 8s are. That means here finally you will get here 16 root under 2 centimeter cube. This is volume of the pyramid we have got. For total surface area, to find the total surface area, you should know some basic concept. First of all, you have to find lateral surface area. Lateral surface area. What do you mean by lateral surface area? What is lateral surface area? You will have to remember. Lateral surface area means the total area of triangles. Total area of the triangles on each side here. There are altogether 4 sides on base. Side 1, side 2, side 3, side 4. And now we have 4 triangles on these sides. So, for lateral surface area mean number of side into area of triangle on those sides. We have to remember in this way also. There can be another formula also, but this time I am going to go through this one. Yes. So it makes it easier. Conceptually you have to understand some fact. Then we know that how many sides are there? There are 4 sides. There are 4 sides. So 1 side, 2 side, 3 side, 4. All these sides are equal in this case. So we are using this formula. There are 4 sides, so we are writing 4 here. If there are 3 sides, 3 equal sides, we write 3. And if there are 7 equal sides, we write 7 in case of right pyramid. In case of right pyramid only. Yeah, triangle. Now please, you should know the formula to find area of triangle. Yes. So we have different formula to find the area of triangle. Yes. But which is applicable, which is appropriate, which is right one in this case, that's also you should understand. So always remembering the formula that will not be enough. So you should be very much clear. Yeah, well, I want to draw the picture of triangle here. Picture of triangle here. The first work is to find length of this side, this side, this side. So how do you find the length of these 3 sides? That you should know first. Yes, I have picked out one triangle from here. There are altogether 4 triangles on 4 different sides. I have already said that all the sides on the base, they are equal. Among them, one triangle I have picked out here so that it will be easier for you to understand. Let's pick out PDC here. PDC. Yes, I think please this one, this and this one. Yes, these sides are equal. All these sides. Yes, they are equal. We know PC, PD, PA, PB, all will be equal. So here these 2 sides are equal. And then you will have to find the length of these 2 sides also. Similarly, you will have to find this side also. But how do you find this side? I mean to say the side of the base you will have to find first. Therefore, you need to write now. Okay, to find unknown fact, always you will have to go through known fact. Always you will have to go through known facts here. Known fact means we are given here diagonal of square. Diagonal of square that is given for you. It is denoted by D. I have already said you what is the formula to find the diagonal of square. Yes, A root under 2. D, we know this one because it is given for you. This is 16 root under 2, that is equal to A root under 2. Then you will find, here you can find root under 2 and root under 2, they are equal factors. You can find A equal to 16. That means this side is 16 centimeter we have got. This is 16 centimeter. Again you will have to find these sides. Again Now let's work out in another triangle, please. You'll have to work out in triangle POD. You just work out in triangle POD. In triangle POD here, OD you can find. OD. How do you find OD, please, here? OD is equal to, could you tell me, please? This is right pyramid. I have already said you that. In case of right pyramid, this height, where do we drop height? This point will be middle point of diagonal. So here we can say OD and OB will be equal. That is equal to half of diagonal. Please try to understand once again. The perpendicular, when we drop perpendicular from the apex, in case of right pyramid, this point, the base divides diagonal, I have already said you. So here that is equal to, you can write here, sorry, half diagonal means 16 root under 2, that you will get here 8 root under 2 centimeter. We have got this one. And again we know PO that is equal to the question has given you here PO equal to 6 centimeter. Well, now you just focus on this triangle POD. Let's see on POD. What is the figure? What type of figure is it? POD is a triangle. And the triangle, what type of triangle is it? This is right angle triangle. POD is right angle triangle because this is 90 degree. Yes, this is POD. We know that angle O is 90 degree. Yes, and this is 6 centimeter given for you. And OD is, we have already found 8 root under 2. That means by using Pythagoras theorem, we can find this side. This side means PD we know. We can find PD now. Yes, in case of right angle triangle, if there are two sides are known for you, to find the unknown sides, we will have to use Pythagoras theorem. So we use Pythagoras theorem here. Let's use Pythagoras theorem, please, here. Again, in triangle POD, we know that then by using Pythagoras theorem, PDH square equal to P square plus B square, or P square plus OD square. This is, we don't know, OP is 6 square plus 8 root under 2 square. Then 36 plus 64, 128. Yes, then you can find the square root of PD square. Here we will get PD, that is equal to square root of this one, 12.87 centimeter. Yes. Okay. Here we have got PD 12.87 centimeter. This is also 12.87 centimeter. And here we have got all the sides of this triangle, this triangular net. I have already mentioned that there are 4 triangular nets since it has got 4 sides. So let it be A, let it be B, and let it be C, because A, B and C represent 3 different sides. When there will be given 3 sides, to find the area of triangles having 3 sides, you will use this formula. Look at here, area of triangular net. We have 4 triangular nets. So let it be triangle. To find the area, we know this formula as S minus A, S minus B, and S minus C, where S represents 4 semi-perimeter of triangle. That we can find by using this formula. Half of A plus B plus C. Semi-perimeter means half of its perimeter. To find its perimeter, A plus B plus C, sum of all these sides is perimeter. So when the perimeter is divided by 2, you will get semi-perimeter. In place of S, you will find the value of S first, then you place the value of S. You have already got the value of A, B and C, then you will find the area of a triangle. Then you can find LSA. LS means lateral surface area. Lateral surface area means total area of triangular nets only. Beside base, expect base. So there are 4 triangles, so you write here 4 triangle, means 4 times of triangle. First you find area of triangle by using this formula. Then when the triangle is multiplied by 4, because there are 4 sides, so multiply by number of sides, you will find lateral surface area. Again you will find base area. Base area mean what type of base we have here? A mean base area. I have said that base area, because the base is square in shape, so you write here a square. A is clear for you. A is clear for you because we have already found the value of A here. Therefore, just you place here 16, then you will find area 256 centimeter square. And finally, to find the total surface area, lateral surface area plus base area, then you will find total surface area. This is the concept, because whenever we will have to find total surface area, then we will have to add lateral surface area and base area. Okay, my dear students, please, here now the process you will have to complete yourself. Calculation you have to complete yourself, because I am going to give you a concept only. Why? Because we have another method also. I am going from next method. This method will be very much easier for what you will have to remember some formula. Because of that reason, please, I want to conclude in this way. The remaining process you have to complete. Concept I have already given for you. Then you will have to go according to the concept. So please let me stop here. I am going for alternate method. For what you will have to remember 2 more formula. Because of what? Because of what, please? I am going to stop here. The next method I am going to teach you now. My dear students, please take easy, because only the calculation remain, because I have already given you the concept, and conceptually we have to learn. So now please, I am going to solve the same problem by the next method. Means volume, the same process. We have already found the volume. Again we are going to teach you, we are going to learn only how to find the total surface area. Only I am going to focus total surface area only. See here please, first of all, you should be clear what is given here. We know height of pyramid we are given here. Height of the pyramid is the question has given you, it is 6 centimeter. And diagonal is given for you, D. Diagonal of the base is 16 root under 2 centimeter. These 2 things are given. And according to this fact, we have already found volume. Now I am going to teach you an alternative method to find the total surface area. For what? First of all, you will have to find side, and I have already taught you how to find the side, because from the same given fact, I mean we are given diagonal here. Now we can find A. A means side of base. That is represented by A. So you will have to use its formula, that is A root under 2. Please, A represent for what? I said side, root under 2. Then 16 root under 2 centimeter. Here we have got, and then root is common, A equal to 16 centimeter. Then we just got side. That means side of the base. What type of base we have here? I said you that all the sides are equal in the base. It means this is square base pyramid. This is what? Square base pyramid. Yeah, in case of square base pyramid, mostly in the examination, you will have the question, it has square base. This is very important question. So I am going to make you clear again by alternative method. One method we have already completed, that is little bit longer. So I am going to teach you simple, but you will have to remember some formula. In case of square base pyramid, please, in case of only, it is applicable only in case of square base pyramid. This is square. Let's suppose it is square. Yes. In case of square base pyramid, to find the slanting height, you know what is slanting height? The slanting height is denoted by L. To find the slanting height, we have a formula. So we use the same formula here for an alternative method. L is equal to root under h square plus a square by 4. This formula is to find slanting length of square base pyramid. We are working here in square base pyramid. This is square base pyramid. So we will use this formula to find slanting length. We have height. H represent for vertical height. The question has given you vertical height. This is H, vertical height. This is vertical height. And we should have A. We have found here A. A represent for side, base, side of the base. So this is A, and vertical height we are given. In such condition, we will use this formula to find a slanting length. We will have to find slanting length. Well, let's go through this process. H represent for vertical height. This is given by question 6 square plus A is 16 square by 4. Well, just you proceed in this way. This is 36 plus 16 square means 256 over 4. Please, my dear students, you can help me to calculate here. 36 plus 4 6 are 24. 4 4 are. Then you got here 100. That means 10 centimeter. Well, we have got slanting length. We have got slanting length here. We have got slanting length. After this step, please, to find the lateral surface area of square base pyramid, we have one more formula. Again, yeah, lateral surface area of square base pyramid. I am telling you, it is this formula, only it is the formula for square base pyramid. Yes, so here now to find the lateral surface area of square base pyramid mean half perimeter into slanting length. This is the formula for lateral surface area. Yes, this formula is applicable. I would like to make you clear. This formula is applied only in case if all sides are equal in the base. This is not possible in another case. Here 4 sides on the base, so all these 4 sides are equal. If there are 5 sides, 5 equal sides on the base, or 6 equal sides in the base, 7 equal sides in the base, no matter, but all the sides in the base must be equal. In this case, this is common formula to find a lateral surface area. Are you clear? Where P represent for perimeter of base. Once again, please, this formula is applicable in case of regular pyramid. Regular pyramid mean if all the sides in the base are equal at a time, we use this formula. Otherwise, we won't use this one. Well, half P represent for perimeter of the base. How many sides are there? 4 sides. So you write here 4A into L. Well, half into 4 into A. A represent for 6. Sorry, 6 into slanting length. We have already found here 10. Then 2 1 2 2 ja. Then 16 2 ja 32 into 10 320 centimeter square. We have got lateral surface area. Finally, to find TSA. TSA means total surface area, that is equal to LSA plus base area. Base area mean we know what type of base here. Base is square base. So just before this step we will have to find base area. So let's find base area here. Area of the base, that is denoted by A equal to A square. A means how long is A here? A is, we have got here 16 centimeter. Square is 256 centimeter square. Well, just you add them now. 320 cm square plus 256 centimeter square equal to now 576 centimeter square. This is the total surface area. Okay, this is kismis. Keep it short, make it sweet. I mean to say very easy method to go to find the total surface area of this figure. Do you have any question? Okay, my dear students, I think you don't have any question on this regards. Please, just you should be clear on these two formula. On these two formula, please, you have to remember. But in previous method I have done conceptually. Just I am going to give you concept. In previous method, just you have to understand the concept, because LSA equal to, I say that number of sides into triangle. This is the concept. For what? You will have to find the area of this triangle, and the area of triangle is multiplied by number of sides, and then you will find lateral surface area. But that will be little tough and longer also. Sometimes it may be easy and quicker also, but whatever else you will have to remember this concept also. But for this formula, For this process, we have to go through this way. So I suggest you please to remember the formula for slanting lane and formula for lateral surface area. And again, I want to make you clear. Finally, please, one more things you have to remember. Let's complete this problem, and then one more information I would like to give you. Let me erase this one, please. That is related to slanting length only. That is related to slanting length only. Okay. Yes, please. Slanting length. The formula for slanting length, please. This is we know as a square plus a square by 4. This is formula for slanting length. It is when in case of square base pyramid, in case of square base pyramid, but the base may be different. The base may be different. So here root under another formula there is AC square plus a square by 12. If the base is equilateral triangle, you will use this formula. Again, if the base is hexagon, then h square plus 3 a square by 4. This is in case of hexagonal pyramid. In case of if the base is hexagon, you will use this formula. If the base is equilateral triangle, you will use this formula. If the base is square, you will use this formula. Therefore, you will have to remember this formula. Your work is to remember the formula. If you want to go through quick method, short method, therefore you will have to remember this formula. In case of lateral surface area, you should be very much clear that half perimeter into slanting length. First of all, you have to find slanting length through this formula, applying this formula. Then after, you will have to find lateral surface area by using this formula. What does P represent for? P represent for perimeter of the base. I have already said you that. Perimeter of the base. And this formula is applicable only in case of regular base, regular polygon. If the base is regular polygon, I mean if all the sides are equal, then only, if all the sides on the base are equal, then only we can use this formula. Otherwise, the same concept what I taught before, conceptual method I have already said, that can be used. Thank you very much.